Hey everyone, Silver Jackal here, and this is an intro and tutorial video for our site stackedsilver.com, which is a precious metals tracker. We've added a bunch of new updates here recently, so I wanted to remake this video, and this will show you how to sign in and use the database from start to finish and all the different options. So if you already have an account, you can log in, create an account, or contact us from the top left menu. We're going to go ahead and create an account. So just enter any username you would like. And for the email addresses are not required. It is only used to recover your account if you forget your password. If you do not enter an email address and forget your password, we cannot reset it for you. We do this for people who do not want to give out their email address, even though we would never sell your email address or market your email address or send emails to it other than the password reset. Some people did not want to include their email address, so we made that an option. You can enter in a password that you want to use and then just hit create new account. So once you're logged in, you'll see a couple messages. Now we just released our version 1.0 of the site today, which includes some new features. So whenever we have a new update and a new version number change, this will pop up, and then you can dismiss it once you read it, and it won't bother you again. And then for new users, you'll have your welcome message, and this just shows you just a brief introduction on what the site is and how to use it, but we're going to show you how to do it. So we're going to go ahead and close that help. You can always reopen that from the bottom menu and click show help. So the very first thing we're going to do is go over the UI. You have a few different menus here: your account settings, your collection or your stack, PDF options, snapshots, and then log out. Over on the right, you have our link to our Twitter, the YouTube Silver and Coins Discord, and a coffee link. If you want to donate to us, that would be great. And then you also have a ticker at the top that gets updated every few minutes of current spot pricing. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to jump to the account settings and go over those options, and then I'll show you how to add coins to your collection. So when you first go in here, you have your account name. You can always add your email address later. How you want to sort your inventory. We offer a few different types. You can sort by item, category of the item, the mint, the type of metal, or by country. Default is going to be by item. Your default currency. Right now we have the US dollar, the Canadian dollar, European euro, and British pound. And then your default records. This is how many records will show on each page before having to hit next in your collection. You can choose 50, 100, 200, or 400. And then you have your inventory mode, and we'll get a little bit more detailed into that when we start building your collection. The detail is what we call stacker mode. Stacker mode is going to be a more basic mode. You can enter in the coin or the bullion and the quantity and add a note, and it will do that. It'll calculate everything based off of spot price for you. Acquisition mode is a little more advanced mode. It will help you track margin, so you can enter in the acquisition cost of your item, and based on spot price it will give you your margin if you're up or down on that particular item, and then over your entire stack. The public viewer, what this does, if enabled, it will give you a customized link or randomized link that is a read-only version of your inventory, and you can disable it anytime, and when you enable it again you'll get a brand new link, a new code. And this is if you want to share your inventory with someone, maybe a family member or something like that, so they have a record, insurance companies, things like that. Whatever you want to use it for, we just wanted that built in there, and you can disable it anytime, and it disables those links. And then you can reset your password here anytime. So we're going to start off with the stack, and we're going to go to stack in your collection. Alright, and from here we're going to show you how to add coins to your collection. This is the default page when you log in, and is also accessed from the top menu, your collection. And the way this works is you can type in a couple keywords and it will search the database for that particular coin. You enter the quantity and then a note if you wish. So we'll just do, as an example, we'll do a silver eagle, and it'll have everything pulled up. If there's too many results, you can click on the bottom link here to show all available items, and you can also search from there. But since we typed in silver eagle, we're going to just select the type 1 silver eagle, and it'll pre-populate all the information that we have on file. Put in your quantity, add a note if you want, hello YouTube, and then hit add item. So this will add the item to your inventory. If you want to edit an item or delete an item, just hover your mouse over. You can hit delete, and it'll ask you, are you sure you want to remove this coin before it deletes? Or you can hit edit if you need to change the quantity. So we'll say a quantity of 2, and you can hit save, and that'll update your record. Down at the bottom right, you'll see total melt value. So this will be out of all the coins you have in your inventory. It'll show your stack breakdown between the different metals, how many ounces, and then your total ounces of everything in your stack. Another way to edit is by clicking or double clicking on the quantity, and you can change the quantity and just tap enter, and that'll also update it. Now this is the basic standard inventory, so in most cases, even like myself, I just like to keep a total quantity of each type of coin or bullion or bar that I have, instead of entering out one per line item. But you can do that. You can always come up here, and we'll do a search for silver eagle again, and let's say just another type 1, and we have 1. That way you could have separate notes. If you wanted to include a separate note in each one, you can edit, add a note, save it, and then that note will be there. It'll have a little icon on the screen just to let you know that you have a note on that one. Now as you're searching, if you see anything that is incorrect, the mint, the country, the metal type, the ounce, different things like that, you can always click the let us know button, search for that item, that'll email it over to me, and just let me know what you found wrong. Many items are community submitted, so this comes from myself and everyone else that uses the site. So if we get something wrong, or if you see a typo or something like that, you can just click that link and let me know. So another feature while we're on this stack collection page, you can also sort. So you can sort by category, mint, metal, and country. So I'm going to select sort by category, which then adds this additional bar. This is under silver coins. So let's type in, just to show, we're going to type in gold eagle, and let's add a 1/2 ounce American gold eagle, and we're just going to add item. And then you can see that separates it out. So you have gold coins, silver coins, constitutional, etc. So if you're searching for something that does not come up, that means we do not have it in our database yet, you can still type in anything you wish. So a lot of people do custom pours, custom made things, or one-offs that's not really, would be in our inventory. So let's say you could say, and you can name it anything you want. So we'll say 1 ounce silver pour, whatever you want to call it. If anything comes close with the wording, it will pull up what it finds, but you don't have to select one of those. So you just keep typing, hit quantity of 1, and hit add item. And then what it's going to do is it's going to search the entire thing, the entire list that's closest to your match. And if you have one if one shows up in here that is what you want to add, you can select it. If not, if you don't find your item, just come down to the bottom and hit click here. And this will let you manually enter items. So we'll say 1 ounce silver pour. That's what we want to call it. You select your item type. So we'll say silver bars. Let's say we poured a bar and we did 999 fine, and then whatever mint, personal, or if you got it from a YouTuber or somebody who does custom pours, you can enter that in there, and then you can enter your ounce troy, your quantity, and add a note. And then, so anything you want to, any how you want to set those in there, you can fill all this out. Then down here at the very bottom, there's an option to request to add to the database. We only ask that you do this for commercially made products, so things like you would buy from AppMax or JM Bullion or SD Bullion, things like that, and then provide the link to us if you would. That way we can confirm what you've entered, and then if everything lines up, we will add it to the database. Custom items and things like that, a lot of one-offs and stuff other people wouldn't have, so we won't really add those to the database. But then from there, you can just hit add, and it's going to add our 1 ounce silver pour into our inventory. And you'll notice that there is a blue link, and the ones with the blue links are your personal items, and they're not available to anyone else. And items that do not have a link are database items, so that data is set by us. So you can always click back in here and make changes if you need to, and update the item. If you do submit the item to us to be added to the database, we will review it, and if we add it to the database, this link will go away and it will become just like all the others. So that's the basic rundown of how to add coins to your inventory, to your stack. The next option we have is in the stack menu. This is download collection by PDF, and you can do the same thing just like you sort on the page by category, country, item, metal, or mint. And what this will do is this will generate a PDF for you that you can save. Some people may want to use this for insurance purposes, or just to have an offline backup of your stack. And you'll see it'll give you the time and date that it was created, your username, and then spot pricing for the latest update at that time of when it was updated, and then your list. So you can save that if you want. And we'll just come down here again. So now that we've added a few things, you can see your total melt value, your stack breakdown between silver and gold, and then your total ounces of your stack. Now, one thing to keep in mind, this site is it only reflects the metal value based on the current spot price that we have. This does not account for rarity, numismatic value, and then it's shown in the currency that you have selected. Another option we have is called snapshots. I like to use the snapshots. You can create a snapshot once a month, or really as many times as you want. And what it does, it's a snapshot of history. So this is the one we just created, March 8th, 849. Your total value, your total ounces, and then the spot prices at that given time. So as you can see, we did one a little bit earlier at 8:36 p.m. and you can see I went from 5 ounces, but then we added that gold, so I have fewer ounces but a lot more total value. And then of course these can be edited and deleted, and then you also have you can download a PDF of these snapshots, and it'll just put them on the page, and it's a similar format as the others. Gives you the spot price and then everything at the current time, and then the number of your snapshots. So we're going to jump back to the collection. Now, one additional feature, or one of the new features we added, was acquisition mode. So the way we're doing this is you go to account, and then you want to change your inventory mode here in the middle from stacker to acquisition, and just hit update in the bottom right. Now what this does is when you go back to your collection, you're going to notice that you now have some additional fields. So you have an acquisition cost, current value, and then a margin. So just to make this a little bit easier, I'm going to delete our pour, so we just have a few basic options. So again, remember this shows melt value, and what we want to do is we want to add in the price that we paid. So let's say this particular type 1 Silver Eagle, again you can hit edit or actually double click on the acquisition and that'll open up that field. So we know with Silver Eagles premiums are generally a little bit higher. So let's say we paid $32. We can hit enter and we'll see based on spot value our margin is in the red, $5.68. But let's say we got this particular one here. Let's say we got it for $25. Don't we wish? Save that and you see we're in the green, $1.32. And we can do the same with the half-ounce Gold Eagle. Let's say we got it for 1,000 flat. So this will let you enter as many line items as you need, so you can add the Silver Eagles or whatever you particularly, whatever you buy, and then the price you paid for that one, or for 5 of them or 10 of them, or how many of you buy, you can create that line item, and then this will give you the margin based on that transaction, that line transaction, and then it'll give you the margin difference down at the bottom of your total inventory. So total melt value with the total acquisition cost, that gives you the difference whether you're in the positive or in the negative for the total value of your stack. So you can add as many things. We have many items in here that is from all around the world, foreign coins, constitutional coins, 90% US silver. We have a lot in here. I think we're a little over 600 or 700 items so far in the database, and we're constantly adding every week. So that's the basics of the StackedSilver.com inventory system. We hope you enjoy. Like I said, it's free to use. Just wanted to create something to give back to the community that's been so awesome and just amazing to be with. Come chat with me on Discord with our link above. I'm on there all the time. And if you have any questions, you can always use the contact us link down at the bottom. Message me on Twitter or reach out again on Discord, and I'll be happy to help. And appreciate you checking out the site and hope you enjoy using it.